My name is Colin Davis. I worked in the Steelworks for 32 years and I finished up my career here at the Steelworks as the manager of the primary rolling mill. From early days it was the ironworks, and our famous John Wilkinson, he bought the Brymbo estate 1790, 500 acres, £14,000 in those far gone days. Today there's still a lot of money. In those far gone days it must have been a fantastic amount of money. But when Wilkinson first came to Brymbo, his first venture into industry was lead, and the old lead works was about a mile from where we are now. So and then that was 1792 to 1796, and then 1796-ish he started building his ironworks, namely the old number 1 furnace. That was brought into operation in 1796, and by 1798 it was the fastest working blast furnace in North Wales. Its annual production is noted as being 868 tonne in 12 months. Now imagine that in today's day and age with modern blast furnaces, that would be probably just an 8-hour production. So therefore the iron, it stayed king, dare I say, until 1883. We had here Mr. Henry Robertson. He sent 3 people to Russia to see how they were making steel in Russia by the basic open hearth furnace. Upon their return, they already had a furnace under construction. So therefore, from 1883, where iron was king, then they went into steel. So therefore, over a period of years, iron was going lesser, but the steel then became king. Now, from 1959, there was a massive expansion program in Brymbo. One of the key people that was involved in that was a gentleman with the name of Emrys Davis. He was awarded quite a high award in the steel industry for his advancement in steelmaking technology. From 1959, there was a new building constructed which contained 3 furnaces, electric arc furnaces. So therefore, from the period of 1959 onwards, Brymbo became solely the producer of electrically melted steel. The furnaces, when they were first brought into commission, they were tapping the furnaces out about 60 tonnes a time every 4 hours. The first electric arc furnaces in Brymbo was in 1940. The furnaces that they had here at the time, I believe, they would tap out 7 tonnes of molten metal. They were only tapping out such a small amount, is that the electricity supply to Brymbo was not sufficient. But as time progressed, they went from 7 tonne to 15 tonne and then to 25 tonnes. And the original electric arc furnaces closed in Brymbo in 1972. But that particular department, its quality, it was renowned for its exceptionally high quality of steel. That was the new rolling mill. That was, they started building the new rolling mill in Brymbo. They cut the first sod of turf up there in 1976, and the building and the rolling mill was commissioned in 1980. It was an exceptionally highly advanced, technologically advanced rolling mill in the Western world. Approximate cost, I believe, was £60 million. It worked for 10 years and then Brymbo closed. And as an opinion, that rolling mill only worked to about 25 to 30% of its capacity. And the infamous day in May 1990, where the person from the United Engineering Steels, Steel Corporation, etc., John Pennington, and the announcement was very simply, "Good morning, lady and gentlemen," the lady being the nursing sister. And he quite simply said, "I'm very sorry to tell you that Brymbo Steelworks will be closing in its entirety. I'm very sorry to tell you that. This is now the 7th Steelworks I've closed." That was the end of Brymbo. However, obviously time progressed from May, and the last steel made in Brymbo was on the 27th of September 1990. And that was the end of almost 200 years of metal making in Brymbo. I am employed by the company who owns the former Steelworks site, namely Park Hill Estates. I manage the site, and I am also the chairman of the Brymbo Heritage Group. So therefore, I manage the site, make sure things are right here, there and everywhere, which covers a multitude of sins. And as far as the Heritage Group is concerned, I'm very, very proud to be a member of the Heritage Group. It is our sole purpose to get this area here. We want to turn it, and we will turn it into a major visitor attraction. But in the meantime, it's all about something called money. You know, if you young lads have got a few bob to spare, we'd be very grateful. But no, that is our intention. It's a fantastic opportunity for Brymbo. There is by far a more important factor involved here, is that we are talking of Wrexham County itself. And then again, broaden horizons as far as a visitor attraction is concerned, apart from being the advantage to Brymbo and to Wrexham County, but also to North Wales. The Steelworks was the heart of the community. I am typical of many, many families in the area. When the Steelworks was going, I worked here for a good number of years. My dad worked here for 55 years, my grandfather for 56 years, my great-grandfather, I believe, was a 40-year man. But that was typical of the area, of the people. And the community of Brymbo, yes, it's not just Brymbo, but the other surrounding areas, namely Brymbo, Tanabron, Brynte, Coedpoeth, Bulthgwyn. It formed part of it was the hub. And again, the workforce in Brymbo was rather unique. Everybody, or most people anyway, they knew each other, and it was so important. In the 60s in particular, men would be working, and ladies would be working here on the Steelworks, but also the collieries were operational at that period of time. So Brymbo was, and other areas, other villages around, people would be working not only here in the steel industry, but also in the collieries.